it's a beautiful afternoon. Welcome to your favorite social media program, The Buzz. I am Miss Blossom. We have a YouTube channel, so you can watch us right there at different YouTube link. We YouTube channels actually. We have Galaxy TV News, Galaxy TV Entertainment, and Galaxy TV Comedy. So like, subscribe, and share. Also, we have an app on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. So download the app and watch all of our live programs directly, just in case you don't have a TV set beside you. I'm not doing this alone, of course. I have my girl seated. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Rose Blossom.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, viewers. You're welcome to the Buzz. And trust me, yes, I am the Lagos girl. Yes. Rose Blossom's co-host, our favorite girl.
Yeah. Can say that again.
You're welcome to the show. And we are not alone in the studio. We have our guest with us.
Mm-hmm. And who we have here is no other person than our regular guest now, which is Pastor James Solo KCC. Welcome to the show, sir.
I'm really pleased to have you once again.
Welcome to the show.
It's good
sir.
to have
I'm
you.
really pleased to be here.
I'm surprised you did not say blessed are ye among women, because everyone that has been coming on set since morning have been saying blessed are ye among women. All right, you're welcome to the show, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm very good. We are ready to be a blessing to the people.
You know, that is what
Preach,
we're waiting
sir.
for. Okay, so the first thing we'll be taking for today is we'll be looking at if actually you can live with a cheating partner. That is very important because a lot of people tend to manage the red flags, try to say, I'm going to change her, I'm going to change him, he's going to be better, he's going to be a better person. But the truth of the matter is it takes a whole lot for a person to decide to want to change. And that process could be long, that process could be short. Now, the thing is, are you willing to stay during that process? Are you sure you won't hurt yourself? Are you sure you won't devalue yourself by staying and sticking? Are you sure you won't even lose your own self in the process of trying to be patient for the other person to change? So I'm just going to first throw it as a question. Then, of course, I know once you answer, you start diving into why it's not possible, why it's possible, and all of that. So first, do you think you can actually live with a cheating partner?
Well, his cheating partner is of two variables. Is either is habitual or is a one-time thing. It's a mistake.
Okay.
So somebody that made a mistake, probably out of something happened or something by a mistake anyway. At least the other partner can forgive and let go. But once it becomes habitual, the partner better flee because he's going to lose his mind in the process of trying to put up with such a thing. So I can't. I mean, it's a two. With one time thing, you can stay, but with a habitual person, flee.
Okay.
When you say flee, you mean if it's a relationship, you mean break up. How about if it's a marriage?
Yeah. If it's a marriage, it's still dangerous for a married person because somebody that is cheating, that's habitual, can come in with HIV, can come in with all sorts of infectious disease, can come in with even different attacks there and there. So it's better the person even break up.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so you would not ever advise someone to stay with a cheating partner knowing that the person is a cheater?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's habitual, when something is a habit, this person, that's the person. No matter how many times you forgive the person, it keeps going there, cheating and relaxing.
What about if the person will change over time?
Changing over time. What about the consequence or lasting consequence or lasting damage it could have caused before it eventually changes?
Yeah, that's another angle to it. So, okay, if you now, maybe it's still an early detection. You've not known if he's an habitual cheater or he's just, it's unfortunate that it's unfortunate that he just can't help it. He's still trying to know himself and what he wants and what he needs to do about it. What would you advise a partner who is still living with that, knowing that he's cheating or she's cheating, but they are still staying together? What advice do you give to the other partner to know how best to go about it?
Okay, basically, the advice I would give the partner is, even right from the courtship, you must have been able to, that's the reason for courtship, you must have been able to know this person. Is this person a single-eyed person, or is somebody that's looking everywhere? So that's one of, if it caught for a year or two, you should know the kind of person your partner is. If he's a loyal person, he's somebody that wants to really go here and there. So even in marriage, after somebody has cheated, you apologize, you forgive the person, and after a time he did the same thing. Even at the first one, the person has lost a trust. So you are still building the trust. In the course of building the trust, the person is failing again, cheating again. That means he has crumbled the trust. In a matter of time, the person will, I know a person, and the wife cheated with somebody, and with a younger person. And the husband just heard about it. He said, "Why are you disturbing?" He just called the people, the guardian of that guy. He said, "Why is this guy disturbing my wife?" And like when he took it was with so maturity. He said, "Why is this guy disturbing my wife?" And like so, and now they settled it. And the woman is still here to all his properties. So the fact that probably that one was also one of thing, or it was a mistake. But if it becomes something on a regular basis with this person, with that person, with this person, that means the life of the other spouse is in danger. Because they might want to kill him for property, they might want to kill her for holding on to their man, the supposed man. So the life of such a person is in danger.
So how about you have a cheating partner, and this person or this partner genuinely wants to change, right? But this partner doesn't know how to change. He doesn't know, or she doesn't know how to go about it. She just gets tempted easily. Are you also going to say that you would break up or let her go? I mean, she's in a process of, or he's in a process of, he's a work in progress, or she's a work in progress. So are you also saying that you're going to let that person go because, he has not figured, or she has not figured how she wants to go about this cheating issue now? Okay,
the first thing we should advise the person to see is a therapist, to see a shrink, like we call it as portals sometimes. To see such a person, to keep counseling the person. But in this part of the world, we only watch such things in movies. How many people are really telling their wife to shrink, or telling their husband to, even when the idea of it itself, they don't really buy into it. They don't even value spending their money to do such a thing. So the highest they will do is to come to pastors. So either for prayers, to cast out the spirit of immorality, or to better counsel the person. But you can give the person the benefit of the doubt. And after a while, that's why I call it habitual. When it becomes, at the beginning, when you are giving the person chance to heal up, or to transform, in that process, give the person the time. That's what. But when it comes to a point whereby it continues, because the person you are, even if it's a man, you are always, while you are at work, you are imagining where she is, where she might be. If she tells you she's going to see her sister, you are imagining, you are doubting, misplace of trust, misplace of loyalty, and a lot of things. So in the course of that, the person is losing his sanity. Is emotionally destabilized. He can't concentrate. He lacks productivity, even at work and in his business. So is a very, very, the reality of these things we are talking about is very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Okay, let us watch one trending video. This video was something we should have taken last week, but we're not able to take it because of our time. We had to even model up the other topic, which was, can you go back to your ex? It will not really go deep into it, but we'll just, dive into it just a little bit. So let's watch this video where a woman was assaulting her husband, and we do not know the country it is, but obviously, it's not in Nigeria, not an African country, because you could see like she is as if there's one extra power behind her that made her do something like that. And she filmed it. She filmed that assault. So let's quickly watch the video, then we'll come back to react to that. Stay with us. All right. Welcome back. There's nothing to say. Well, Pastor, what do you think about this drama, basically?
Okay, bullying is of two ways. Now is the proof of the fact that when we talk about bullying in marriage is of two ways. On like the most pronounced fact that it's only men are bullying women. So I guess the society and the people begin to understand that there are many men who are suffering such bullying in their marriages. And in fact, I counseled a man one time. He said the wife kept bullying him. At one point, he was in the bathroom, and the lady came, poured pepper water on his face. Because I was here advising him to stay with the lady and relax. So I said, when he gave me that, and that was almost the last straw that broke the camel's back. So the bullying thing is two ways, and women are a bit emotional. It's just that the fact that they can't overpower a man, but some are really very toxic, and they could use weapons and lacks of that. The other one I know is that one every slightest thing breaks TV, every slightest thing breaks door, breaks valuable things in the house, so the guy has to leave eventually. So that's to show that such women should go for counseling to check or therapy for emotional management.
Would they even want to go for
that? Is just it. That's why I said earlier that we watch these things in movies.
Yeah.
In reality of it.
Not knowing the reality of it actually happens.
Yes, it happens. A lot of men are suffering this, whereby their wives will tear their clothes, will molest them, will pour things at them, because they just want to come. They don't want to. Okay, they don't want to be a white beater, but yet that stigma. They don't want to bear that stigma of that white beater. But so some of these women, they know that, so they take advantage of the fact that I know he will not touch me, so I will deal with him today. But I want to advise women out there who are doing such, don't turn up the beast in the man. So that it won't get a point whereby the man will lose control of the whole emotion and go all out primarily to anything. So it's very terrible. It's toxic. And men also should not do the same.
Yes, and even despite not knowing what actually went down, but from all indications, maybe she was angry, or the man probably did something to provoke her. And from only what we saw there, the man called her a fool, and it was from that fool she really started reacting. And it was like she obviously knew what she wanted to do for her to pick a phone. If you didn't want people to know what you were about to do, you would have just turned off your phone or put your phone down. But she had to place it well so that we could see the film. Like I said, it's a drama.
She didn't even feel remorse.
No, she was smiling, giggling.
She was smiling, even after the whole incident. That shows is almost habitual to her.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spoke about courting, and you said that when a man and a woman is courting, they know a lot about themselves. But do you also know that people pretend during courting when it's, once it's now marriage, that's when you now see their real that's when you see their real deal.
Color.
So how do you actually do these things? How would you what's the word now? What would you say actually about it?
Okay, basically, if a woman or a man covers their skin color, or as you say, they are a real person, their real attitude during the courtship in marriage, and this man, let's go, you're talking about cheating now. And the man begins, sometimes what makes a man cheat is sometimes during the courtship, because the man doesn't have money, and probably they are managing, and after a while they got married, some things begin to change for the man, because men, they cheat more when they begin to have money. So some contracts are coming in, some things are changing, and the man begin to see a way to flex himself, and but such women, although according to our own society anyway, women are not they are meant to be here. So let's go back to tradition, the culture and the societal values and view of this matter. When it comes to a man, unlike outside of the country, or probably in this Gen Z or millennial, or basically Gen Z, when we say, when they see a man cheating, we tend to tell a woman to understand. Even if a woman breaks up with a man because of cheating, we tend to stigmatize that woman. How could you break up with a man for cheating? It's in the nature of men to cheat. Such blah blah, such blabs is not really right.
It's not right. It's not healthy.
But if a man leaves a woman for cheating, yes, you are right. Yes,
you did the right thing.
Yeah, you did the right thing. We give him a thumbs up. But so it's wrong. It's wrong. The same thing that makes a man to cheat makes a woman to cheat. So cheating is bad. It is a heartbreak to the partner. I can't imagine myself at work and thinking about where my wife could be.
What could she be doing? And I'm just not, I will lose concentration. Because I've seen people come for counseling in this, a guy was telling me, okay, she said she was going to somewhere, but I later found out she was somewhere. I guess she was somewhere. That was a fight all the time, and it was toxic. All the time they were fighting over misplacement of trust. There's no, and eventually broke up. All these things is always leading mostly to break up. And the other one, the wife will tell him he was going to work, it was somewhere else, if she was going to, and eventually they broke up. So
cheating in a real sense of it has broken many marriages.
Many.
So both on the man, although on the men's side is not much pronounced because women tend to even advise women, endure. But as to men, is bad. Just think about it yourself. For the reason why you cheat, if you can cheat, imagine your wife doing the same. If your wife doing this, how will you feel? So you want your woman to understand. We want women to understand. Imagine women are doing the same. How will we feel? We are going to stigmatize the woman, tell her she's a bad person, tell her she's a prostitute. We even use the word prostitute, to qualify her and lots of that. So just to stigmatize her, so it's bad. Cheating is bad. It causes our spouse or the other person to lose their mind because they can't focus on their mind.
They can't focus on their marriage. They can't even focus on anything. Like for too long, actually. I think it's very difficult for anybody to focus on that. Okay, just to tune down a little bit because the tension is high. When you talk about cheating, both parties are always like, what's this? Like you said something very, very valid that, men always believe they are the one that is prone to cheating. And you said something. The same reason why a man cheats, the same reason a woman would cheat. Both persons can cheat. It just depends on how much control or discipline or standard of values that they have on themselves, not even about you. A lady told me one time, he said, okay, this is what her boyfriend did, blah, blah, blah. And the other friend was telling her, if you cheat on you, cheat on him now. And she was like, and she wanted to take the advice, but she came to me and like, okay. She was like, but if I cheat on him, what do I gain? I said, now you are now talking. If you cheat on him, you have actually reduced yourself to his level. And so you're doing the same thing. So what is better is you talk to him about it. If he doesn't listen, he doesn't help out with whatever he's doing, and you feel you cannot cope, I think you should just find a way to live. I know it might not be easy, but look for something that will keep you busy so you'll be able to take a walk. Because I do not even support anybody staying with a partner, living with a partner, or managing a cheater. Because the cheater is, when he changes, he should come back to you. Don't worry.
when she have moved on or something.
Or when she changes, she can come back to you. But by then, you already see someone that values you for who you are.
A broken courtship is better than broken marriage. So once the person is cheating in a relationship, no, that definitely will cheat in marriage.
Right. Very, very true. Okay, now to do a soft peddling, like I said before, let's quickly check a guy that went to a restaurant and he paid for a buffet.
All right.
And this guy showed them pepper. Like, you want me to pay this amount for a buffet and you're telling me what to eat or what to do. Let me not spoil the fun. Let's quickly watch this video where this guy was teaching people the best way. In fact, it was teaching from the comment section. And people were like, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. In fact, this is what I'll start doing. Since they can't let you take out, this is what we do. So let's quickly watch that video. We'll be right back to the studio. Stay with us. But sir,
this is too much for you.
This is too much for you, sir. Speaking English, my darling. What's your take about it? You've gone for a buffet. Let me even ask Covenant first. You've gone for a buffet. Yeah. What do you think about this? If you were the one in that guy's shoe, what would you do?
Okay, so honestly, I might not take as many as he took
at once.
But you see, I will just keep taking. Right?
But how about if they tell you once you take once, you can take anything you want, but once you take, you can't come back to take another.
Then I take once. I take full once. I take
full once.
Plenty once.
So that means you'll probably do the same thing that he did.
Yes, it is just once. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think maybe we'll just allow him because a lot of people support what he did. Okay, Pastor, if you were the one,
you should get value for your money.
Okay.
If you are paid for buffet. As a matter of fact, I worked in such hospitality industry for many years. 5-star hotels, and during my birthday last year I was there. So I didn't observe.
Okay, you've not done the birthday this year, so that we can come for the buffet.
I was at charity with my kids, and it was a buffet, and we were not giving such restrictions and lots of that.
Right.
So mostly if they tell you, not to do, you keep. As far as it's called buffet, that means serve yourself till. Don't just take home. That's the only condition. So you take probably the other restaurant. I don't know what they are doing. But in most cases, when it comes to buffet, you take as much as you want. You eat as long as your tummy can take. You can't kill yourself over the food now. So, but nevertheless, the guy you have to get the value for the money. you know.
And that's what he was doing. So this person was saying you ought to be a gentleman. Excuse you. A gentleman pays 40,000 naira for a buffet. And you're saying this is the place you will use, sir. You don't Google give me come. Just tell me I'm not going to eat again because I don't understand.
No, that was ridiculous. How will you give somebody a small plate for
40,000 naira?
40,000 in order to do a party.
Well, like you said, maybe you can come again and come again and come again.
Yes.
But some people don't see, they don't send you. They just allow them do it the way they want to do. And there are some persons that just believe that they want to eat once. They don't like coming back. So they take as much as they want. Like someone like me, I don't like eating in bits. When I want to eat, I eat once. And that's okay. I don't need to start fiddling on other things. No. So I think I don't know. I understand what he did because 40K in these T-Pain times is not easy.
They have varieties of food you might want to.
He picked almost all the varieties of food in that place. He picked almost everything. If there was another extra, I think, I don't know, there was...
two plates he carried?
That's what I was...
My guy.
I wanted to be sure, but I think it was the guy don't even answer. You know when they were calling the guy, they were like, the lady almost poked her mouth into his face, like, sir.
So now that he has taken the food, what's she expecting him to do? Return it back?
You can't harass him. If you notice, she didn't do too much. She was just trying to raise the voice, and at the same time, the guy was like, he said, "This is the place." Okay, I've heard you.
That's why it's called buffet. It's not a la carte.
Oh my word!
So once you are there, you take what you want. Unless it's a standard rule that's been
written,
this is
what,
and before you do that, it's just that the guy wouldn't mind anything. He was ready to go ahead and.
He was ready because I feel like he's so certain that they cannot tell him to walk or tell him not to eat or take his meal or. Before with double, like triple, because that's a damage to his own kind of person. Like you didn't do your anyway.
14,000 or 40,000.
4 and a 0.
40,000.
Not to that.
4 and a 0. Anyways, let's go for another training video. This is a smart way to teach your child how to learn a language, because a lot of children these days do not even know how to speak their mother tongue, and it's something that a lot of fathers have thought that the millennial and the Gen Z mothers do not actually teach their children, like they give up on it, because all they even do is even speak the English. Then if they are even Yoruba, they can't even speak the Yoruba fluently, or they are Igbo. You hear my mama tell me say I'm Igbo, they can't speak, so if they
talk to me direct.
They told you are from here. You know what is worse is when you have never even been there. But you hear this is where I'm from and you're wondering on planet Earth where that could be. So let's quickly see. This one is actually an Igbo parent, and officially she's a Gen Z parent, and she was trying to make sure that her child learns how to speak Igbo. But at first the child refused to watch the animation because take it from me, Nigerian animation so if imagine a child is seeing Nigerian animation and like, no, this is not the kind of animation that I watch, and is not interested because first she does not even understand the language, and maybe the animation is not looking as cool as all these other cartoons like Tom and Jerry and everything. So, but with time, she actually got to blend in. So this is another. I'm bringing this because, like we said, it's a good thing that parents can also, try this pattern of trying to teach their children how to learn another language or their mother tongue. We'll be right back. Let's watch the video. Stay with us. Okay, now that's actually a very beautiful one. To be honest, there are some words that I do not even know. Like, I don't know what part of the body, but I don't even know that part of the body in that word. So, sometimes we always mix the Yoruba language with English, we mix the Igbo with English and all of that. I think most times it's Hausa. When you speak Hausa, they just speak the language all through fluently if you have to communicate with them. Anyway, this is beautiful. I just wanted us to play that one so that people can be, But the video didn't even start from the very beginning. The video at first was where they first started playing, and she's always behind the chair, hiding when they play that song. And when the mother looks at her, she takes her face away, like, you're not putting the cartoon I want. But, now showed us an after video where she now stands even in front of the TV and is enjoying. So that is something every parent should actually do.
Okay, so sorry. At what age the child starts learning how to speak their language?
Basically, even from as a baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not something you play. You just keep playing it because there's no time for them to watch TV. If you check when a baby is born, once their eyes can concentrate on an object and they can see you very well, clearly, they can actually watch TV. If you on the TV, you find out they are watching. Sometimes if you check the ceiling fan, if you have a ceiling fan in your house and you carry a child, while the child is even sucking on the mom, you see the child is always wondering, why is this fan? You know what?
Yeah.
So they tend to see things and want to understand what is going on around their environment. That's why you see sometimes they advise mothers, if you want your child to learn how to eat the solid on time, eat the rice, the noodles and everything around them. Because at that point, they'll start refusing this, their baby food, and they want to try what they always see you eat. Do you understand? So I think it's basically like that.
It's very good if parents should teach their children. And also, it will be better, even it is incorporated in our environment, our school system. Because I could remember when I was in JS1, we were being taught Igbo language, Yoruba language, and other language. Why should we be killing ourselves over French language, our neighbors, when we don't even understand our own language? We should not even find it difficult for a Yoruba man to speak an Igbo language or an Igbo person to speak it. Even those at the south. How much more on the north? We have not yet understood our own language. Yes, we are learning French. So that time they were teaching us Igbo language, the basics and that I was enjoying it until I left that school, and it really pained me. So our children should learn to understand all these things. I think the government should even imbibe into the educational system, whereby they teach at least if it's 3 Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, pick 2. Or pick 3, or do the whole 3. It's going to be better because when we speak our languages, and if I know a Yoruba man, an Igbo person speaks Yoruba, a Yoruba man speaks Igbo, the unity, the bond
will be there.
Will be better.
I have colleagues that can actually speak almost all 3 basic language. Apologies to other languages like Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. I know people who speak that and even speak more. And sometimes I'll be like, you have the energy. I've not even finished with the language, like what it, let me not.
So you are pushing people to go and learn French when you can't even speak their own brothers in the same sense.
Okay, anyways, kudos to some persons that after learning their language, English and other language, they still learn international language. Like the guest we had on Women's Corner, where she could speak a little bit of Chinese. So it's a good, it's a good thing. I like it when I hear people speak French. I have a lot of friends that speak French, speak Spanish. Yeah, so I was forced to learn some little, the greetings, just the normal one that you can just feel like you're there. But you don't know Jack. Okay, so let's quickly check another trendy video. Thank God the pastor is around. I saw this one just at the nick of time when we're supposed to be on set. And I said, no, we'll do this one. So this is pastor and giving. This is what happened in the church. So let's watch this video. And we have pastor react to it. So we'll be right back. Yes, you have to. Yes, you caught me like my mouth ajar. Like what? I will corner you and collect my shoe, my brother. What's the meaning of that? My father sent me a shoe just last week, and I wore it to church. And from all the sermon you could preach, your eyes was on my shoe and said, "Sister, bring them."
But what if that was the prophetic leading? The pastor led. Oh God!
I will tell her that I'm also led by God.
Not to give
my shoe. No, I can give something else. I can drop the equivalent amount of that shoe to the church, and anybody can be given it. But not what my father gave. Well, Pastor,
I really want to get
over to you. Let's hear. Yeah. Hopefully, this table will not break. It depends on your response. But let's go on.
Okay, giving basically is it should come with understanding. You don't force somebody to give to God. You should have first taught them. I won't taught them when they understand. I went to a program, Shiloh to be precise, one time. And after they said bring sacrifice, I removed my shoe, I dropped it. I walked home with the slippers or something. So it should be. It's not the fact that somebody said bring your shoe.
Bring your shoe.
So even if it's as a prophetic leading, it will give somebody a prophecy. The person will respond.
Exactly.
Oh, the Lord said bring your shoe. If you have enough faith to do it, it's there for the person.
To make a choice.
I told somebody last year. I said the Lord said give the church your car. And I said, no, I can't give the church my car. And after that, and I said, and I left him. And somebody else came and took the car from him.
Wow.
Without selling, without doing anything. And he came back and said, and so he's...
Wait, I need to hear that gist very well. Wait, I see the gist very well. You just quickly, who now took the car?
Yeah, somebody who was owing before came back.
Wow. And the owner collected
the car. So now he came back because he got angry. And now he said, Pastor, now I'm matured. I didn't know I was not mature. I was very free.
No, he's very
so
good.
now
You should just take it that the real owner of the car, they just said keep it.
Since he could not give it to God.
It.
See, now in the process, he learned the fact that no, it was not this pastor that was asking for the car. It was God. Now, after some prayers, I thank God, yes, he called me a few days ago. He said they are returning the car to him.
Oh, nice.
Because now that he is understanding, he's ready to give. So it is giving is all about understanding. Yeah. And all these things that are shenanigans, they are putting up online and lots of that, accusing, challenging pastors and lots of that. Giving is, when you people are taught about giving, you know that it's between you and God.
Yeah.
It's not about the pastor you are giving it to. It's about you and God. So you don't get to, number one, pastor should not force anybody to give to, just tell them. Give them if you are led by prophecy or you are teaching, you're going to be blessed when you give to God. Let the person make a decision. Not you now forcing the shoe out of somebody's leg. Sometimes pastors have a wrong foundation in terms of scriptures. So, and they do all these things to malign to begin to create a certain sentiment around these things. Like a pastor that we heard one time, somebody sent him a tithe and they mistakenly sent 1 million instead of 100,000.
Yeah.
And the person called
I saw that one.
I saw it.
The person called back and said, please, pastor, I made a mistake. Please send me back the 900,000.
And he said, no, it's God that made you make it.
What kind of thing is that? Who does that?
Stop it.
Wow. Who does that? Wow. That's fraud. He gave you 100,000 and let the person decide if he wants.
Exactly.
Not you now manipulating. That's manipulative.
And he well knows that because the pastor knows the amount he wanted to drop.
Yeah.
So when the pastor saw it, the pastor believed maybe he had changed his mind. But when they now come to meet you and like, no, it's a God for me because when they even brought men on uniform to talk to him and take him to the station because that looks like theft to them. So he was like, you don't know me, I'm a man of God.
Can you imagine?
You don't know me, I'm a man of God. You are touching the Lord's eye.
In fact, a lot of people, they are wrongly indoctrinated. So the fact that they had a wrong foundation, they were wrongly indoctrinated as regards givings and lots of that. They manipulate. They allow this economic hardship get into their head and try to deceive people. They send the money back to them. Even if you have spent out of the money, tell the person, I'm so sorry. I take this. I'll give you this one later on. To show trustworthiness, to show honesty. You are supposed to be model. We as pastors are meant to model honesty. We are supposed to model trustworthiness. And so you don't force anybody. You allow them to go through the process, think about it themselves. If they can do, they go ahead. If they don't, I don't force anybody to pay tithes in our church. We teach about it. If you're interested, we continue to teach you so that we don't say that they didn't teach us. Yeah, we continue to teach them.
Because even that the GO, at some point, and one other overseer said, yes, they've always preached the tithing. If you don't tithe, it's seen like it's very important. They tried to talk about it, but they had to soft pedal and see, do you even need to pay your tithe to the church if you don't want to? Let it come from your heart. Let it be something that you want to do, so you understand the blessing behind that. Now I don't understand, how did this guy now get home?
They will give me
I don't know.
No, that's manipulative. No
that's
pastor
very,
should do this
very
thing.
manipulative.
They should not ever force anybody. That was why I gave my own testimony. I didn't force the guy. In the past, the whole thing that happened is about 9 months. He went through the process. Now he understood. So allow them to understand the process of giving. If they whatever, even if it's a prophecy, allow them to know if the prophecy is genuine. If it's genuine, something will happen that they will know that
this is actually very genuine. Anyway, our time is already almost up. We have less than 10 minutes because we have to wrap up before 1 on the dot. But I decided to get this video. I saw it and I was interested in it, and because I love this man. We all know this man, Governor Adeleke, the dancing governor. The fact where he was beside an elderly man, the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. And as Olusegun was looking at him, Olusegun was just doing his own small dance. But the guy was really, the energy for me. Like, so I'm like, okay, let's play this. This is just to give us this energy that tomorrow is going to be Friday. So let's watch the video where Governor Adeleke was giving us the step. I know some steppers cannot even, if I'm going to ask Pastor and Covenant if they can even dance half of what Governor did. So let's quickly watch this video. We'll be right back to the studio. Okay, that's okay, Covenant.
Oh my God! I cannot step like this. His energy
is like Max.
Honestly,
Pastor, this is an example of David did the dance. David do the dance.
In fact, I learned something. This whole thing teaches us something.
Yeah.
That a leader's value is a reflection of his ideology.
Mm-hmm.
This man, even at the level of being a governor,
yeah.
the ideas, the habit of dancing did not leave him.
Yeah.
He's still a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So when a leader is in certain, he has inculcated certain values, that's what he reflects. Yeah. So no matter the level, your leadership disposition is a reflection of the values, ideologies you imbibe. So that's just it. So that's what this man has shown us. If somebody doesn't care, even at the level, although it's a very good one anyway.
Yeah, it's a very good. Did you see that step with the body? With the move?
Because David was always dancing, even as a governor, as a king. So this man.
He was always doing. So anytime I see him, I just feel like is this what David always do? Like people always sometimes think he's mad, or do they got to really understand that this is just his person? He's just, because if you see what it was said in the Holy Book, how David danced, you will understand that dancing has no pattern. I even felt that probably David, respect to your name, he was probably dancing out of tune because people didn't understand the energy and how I know I can imagine myself, because when I want to dance in church, forget there's no stizzle. I dance the way
some steps today.
Anyways, we'll come to the end of the program. I want to appreciate you, Pastor James Lukusi, for actually joining us in the studio. It was an amazing one. We did more trending videos today than topic because we want to make it a bit soft and land soft. So thank you so much. We appreciate you for coming.
I really appreciate every time they call us and we are able to be a blessing to people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for being a blessing to people, and thank you, my viewers, for joining us. An amazing one. Covenant, what do you want to tell your people out there?
I mean, I had an amazing time on the show with Rose Blossom and our pastor, and I hope that you had an amazing time too. Don't stop watching Galaxy TV. I mean, same time tomorrow. Would give you, tomorrow is even Friday.
Yeah.
Ooh, super, super nice. You shouldn't miss it. You shouldn't miss it. All right.
You will not miss
Be
it.
good, please.
You don't want to miss it. It's gonna be thank God it's Friday. Yeah. She's gonna be wearing that, but I'm just kidding. She's not doing that. Anyways, we've come to the end of the program. Like I said, my name is Rose Blossom. Until tomorrow again, well, we have to do it a Friday thing, which is gonna be the entertainment world. Do not miss it tomorrow. Like I said, I love you guys. Do have a fabulous day for yourself. Bye for now. Mwah.